WQKL, Ann Arbor's 1071, a Cumulus media station.
And on the cool check-in, center stage on the mic, and we putting it on wax. It's the news. It's the news.
This is TreeTownSound with Matthew Altruda on Ann Arbor's 1071.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And first of all, I am so fired up that Michigan won and we are Big Ten tournament champions. I have the Michigan Rattlers in studio today. We watched the end of the game. We are fired up in studio, and today is a very special show. First time ever the Michigan Rattlers are live in studio. And I just got to say, I've watched this band grow since like 2016. We were booking them for Sonic Lunch before they were on a lot of people's radar. And man, I was lucky enough to catch them last year at the Blind Pig, sold out show, packed to the roof. Like, I couldn't even believe the energy that was in there. I was like, this is not a country band. This is not a folk band. This is a rock and roll band, and they are crushing this place. I literally showed up thinking there'd be like 100, 200 people. I love these guys, but they don't promote themselves at all. So I wasn't too sure, and I got there and was blown away. And they're coming back to the Blind Pig at the end of the month on March 29th. And lo and behold, they just got back from their West Coast tour, showed up in beautiful downtown Ann Arbor, Michigan, and they are live in studio today. First time ever. I cannot literally believe it for how many times I've sipped Two Hearteds to Illinois Sky and thought about, man, just all the incredible albums from their EP in 2016 to Evergreen in 2018, That Kind of Life in 2021, and the brand new album, yes, released August 9th, 2024, Waving from the Sea, which, man, it's the direction that everyone was hoping this band was taking, and that is touring on a brand new album that is incredible. I'm still considering it old new because there's nothing new. So what are we going to do? We're going to dive into this album. We're going to talk to the band in studio. They're going to be performing live. If you tuned in to hear the Michigan Rattlers, man, you are in the place to be because that's all we're going to get this hour. So get fired up. So I read a lot about the album, and it is a little bit of a departure from the countryside, and maybe there was some resistance in changing those things. So I was like, I'm going to start off with pure resistance off the brand new album, Waving from the Sea, and then we're going to talk to the whole band, but mostly Graham and Adam because they don't let the other guys talk on the radio. So we're going to dive into that right after this. This is off the brand new album, Waving from the Sea. This is pure resistance on TreeTownSound.
I used to think I was someone who could stand up to the weather, keep the fire burning through a long, cold winter. But there's something that changes when you can't feed the hunger. Yeah, it rises to the surface and the fire goes under. So close your eyes and the world goes away. Close your eyes, you've said all you'll say. Now you're still as a mountain in the distance. Chasing some far away demon. So close your eyes and the world goes away. Close your eyes, you've said all you'll say. Now you're still as a mountain in the distance. Oh, pure resistance. taking when there's a lot to give. I feel exposed in my body like my skin's been stripped. There's an owl in the tree, just come down before the winter. Sure, the world is turning, but it's nothing more than a pattern. So close your eyes and the world goes away. Close your eyes, you said all you'll say. Now you're still as a mountain in the distance. So close your eyes and the world goes away. Close your eyes, you've said all you'll say. Now you're still as a mountain in the distance. Oh, pure resistance.
Off the 2024 album, Waving from a Sea. That is the in-studio guest, the Michigan Rattlers. And there's nothing better than having artists in studio and being like, oh, I love this song, I'm going to play it. And the band laughs and like, oh, Graham, that's his least favorite song. So what does that tell you? That means artists just put it out to the world and people take it as they can. You could write the greatest love song of all time and someone could dedicate it to your wife, but it could really be about your cat. And that's just the way the music industry works. Well, I'm lucky enough to be here with Graham Young and Adam Reed, the founders of the Michigan Rattlers from Petoskey, Michigan. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks. Good to be here.
Good to be here, too. I've been so impressed with your rise. I met you guys when you were an LA band from Michigan, and I reached out to you, and I was like, do you want to play Sonic Lunch? And you're like, we're in LA. We don't really play Michigan. And it was like this paradox of this Michigan band, not from Michigan, never really was formed in LA. Still, you're still half LA, and you seem to be turning heads and touring all over the country now. I just heard you just got off a 20-date West Coast tour, and you're in studio right now. So if you need more time to answer questions, I totally understand. I know what it's like coming off tour, and you're probably beat down, beat up, but we're here, and the new album is incredible. You're coming to the Blind Pig on March 29th. How's it feel? What's going on with the band right now?
Feels great. Yeah, we just came off a really long run. We hadn't toured so much in the last year and a half, and so about a month of shows. We just wrapped up out west and a little bit down south, and yeah, it feels great.
I mean, I saw some of the numbers from the shows. I looked at the photos on Instagram. You're packing venue. Like, what is that like now to be able to go on the road and actually make money and have fans there?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, you never quite know what's going to happen, but you know, from day one, I think kind of the mode of operation with this band was going to be playing shows and being out on the road, and so
no play, no pay.
Yeah, exactly.
It's 2025. Keep the dream alive. I mean, but the songwriting that you guys have is incredible. The albums are just fantastic. Evergreen, when I first heard it, I was like, oh my God, this band's going to the top, and they love baseball. I mean, your first EP, when I heard that, I was like, what is that? Like, every single album, you seem to change, which makes me feel like you're hungry, like you're artists, you're trying to create, you're done with the next stuff. You know, it's shelved, in a lack of a better term. In this new album, Waving from a Sea, I was really surprised. like when I put it on, I maybe thought from that kind of life was a little bit different, but it definitely felt like more of the same, except for a few songs. But Waving from a Sea is definitely a departure, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's just kind of like an addition, you know. I think, and that was I think that's kind of what we decided that we wanted to do with Waving from a Sea, was really expand the sound and really take our time and not rush certain things and think that things were going to be finished before they were. Just really try to expand, because I think we were all just kind of sitting around, and it had been a long time kind of in between albums and playing the same kind of shows over and over, and I think we were kind of getting a little bored. Yeah.
Did you get some doubt in that window coming out of the pandemic with that kind of life didn't smash record hits in that period of time when you released it, like no albums could do anything? Is that kind of, did it set back your confidence a little bit? Like, whoa, what am I doing? Or were you just like, I need new music, it's time to bring this, it's time to make it feel different? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think both those things. I mean, I think my confidence is always getting kicked down, and I'm having to kind of try to build it up. It seems every day when I wake up, but I think a huge part of it was just like really trying to dig deep and like have kind of a more interesting voice as a band.
Yeah, well, your voice is incredible, and the fan base that you've created is definitely diehard. Like when I was at your show at the Pig, when you sold it out, I was taken back by like stardom in the venue. I mean, I love you guys, and I think you're going to be stars, but I was not ready to see it that night. Like I saw fans that drove in like an hour that were losing their mind, that they were like physically near you. And I was just like, well, it's working. I mean, I hate to say that I was right, but I knew it because the songs are there. I mean, you know as well as I do, it's all about the music. You can sing and dance as much as you want, but if the songs aren't there, they're not there. And I can confidently say I listened to your songs twice in a row, which is my highest compliment I can give an artist, when I can listen to their music twice in a row. So I played Pure Resistance. Is that symbolic of the resistance of you changing?
I guess in a way, maybe. I mean, it was, honestly, I think that song is, we'd played some show, and there was some college chick that came out and gave kind of like a mediocre review and said we were just like a mediocre, crappy band. And, and I was kind of feeling, it was one of those days where I was like, I woke up and I don't know why, it was like months later, and I for some reason I decided to Google Michigan Rattlers, and that was like one of the first things that had come up, and
That's never a good idea.
Yeah. And I read it and I was like, it just hit me at a vulnerable moment of already feeling down. But then interestingly enough, it made me grab the guitar and just kind of write. It came pretty quickly, and it was kind of, I think it started off as kind of a song about kind of being in a world that really doesn't care what you do or don't do. It's really just up to you to exist and keep your head down and do the work you want to do, and you're going to get a crappy review and you're going to get a good review, but those things don't matter. The only thing that matters is really, resisting those outside forces and kind of just being who you are and personal to yourself.
There's going to be tons of people that are going to hate your music.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like Neil Young.
Wow.
He's the greatest musician who has ever lived I don't like. But if everyone had my musical taste, Neil Young would be in Canada right now fishing. So, I mean, that's just the way it is. And I'm not afraid to admit it. I mean, that's just how it is. If he did play in Ann Arbor for free, I would probably go.
Just to hate on it.
Just to hate on it, of course. I'm from the East Coast, you know that. I'd show up in a bunch of Cleveland Guardians gear just to make people hate Ohio more.
Sure.
All right, so Waving from a Sea, I need to dive in the name of this album. I wrote down that it's a metaphor, meaning like the sea, the unknown. Are you sitting in a rowboat? Who are you waving to? Are you saying you're okay? Or are you saying, I see you but can't hear you, or help me? it's such a big metaphor for the name of an album. Maybe you just like, I don't know, was watching a baseball game and you're like, hey, this would be cool. Maybe it's as simple as that, but like, are you the one waving?
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, it's one of those things that's I think, yeah, it kind of captures a few different things. I mean, I think that title really just came from the song itself. I think every album we've ever made, the title has been the very last thing that we've settled on. And so we had, the song Waving from a Sea.
Which is a powerful ballad on the album.
Yeah.
It does pick up a little bit, but in that song you say, it came from out of nowhere. I was standing in the door, empty in my hands, wanting something more. What did you want?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
what
right.
I
We're getting
wanted.
deep on
We are,
TreeTown
yeah,
Sound.
I love
You
it.
read
No, I
like
love
that,
it.
Joe Coma?
I love it. I'm trying to think. Honestly, I think with that, I think ultimately just wanting some connection. I think that song is kind of mostly about kind of the sense of young love and a young relationship that's kind of grown up into something that it wasn't, but then you still kind of have that memory and remembrance of kind of what it started like. And there's always kind of that place to go back to.
Yeah. And that's why your hands are empty, because it's gone.
Yeah, I guess kind of like where'd it go and all these things that we did, and it feels like there's nothing.
Yeah. That's pretty deep. I love it. I mean, artists write songs, whether they want it to be or not, it makes them vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know, you're giving yourself out there for interpretation. That song is really powerful. I mean, a lot of your songs are lyrically powerful. Waving from a Sea seems to be a little more lyrically powerful. The songs seem to be better orchestrated. I mean, did you use different writing techniques for this album you didn't use in the other ones?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, this album had a lot of demoing involved, and like I did a lot of GarageBand demos just on my phone, even before bringing songs to the rest of the guys.
Is that like what you do after like phone memos?
Yeah. It kind of like, I think a lot of them started kind of as phone memos, me and an acoustic guitar, and then kind of once I had the more or less kind of like the song, then kind of trying to dress it up just on my own and using, drum beats and weird little GarageBand things, and then it just kind of evolved from there.
Because does the song start on the guitar?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, once in a while it'll start on a piano, but I can barely play the piano, so it's just always, to me, it's just kind of like, it's a different kind of like sound.
Yeah.
That just kind of can make me feel a different way than how a guitar chord sounds every time I hear it.
And when you're sitting with your guitar in your lap, you're in your zone.
Yeah.
That's like for kids listening at home, that's like when you're playing Fortnite and the sticks are in your hands. That's what Graham's doing right now. He's holding them sticks, playing Fortnite, building buildings.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to do another one off the album. You're going to be on for a while. This one is Gridlock, Just the Sky. Now, set this song up for me. It's a banger on the album.
Yeah.
I'm a very big fan of it. I was listening through the album today. Christy and I were chilling, listening to it. She's like, ooh, I love this one.
Yeah.
So I had to pick it.
Yeah, no, I think I think we all love this one. This is kind of, I think one that represented kind of this new place that we wanted to be in, and using different textures and sounds and, a different kind of vibe than we'd ever tried before.
Well, what an intro. Where I'm talking to the Michigan Rattlers live in studio. Talking is Graham Young and Adam Reed. They're performing at the Blind Pig on March 29th. They sold it out the last time they were there. They're going to sell it out this time. If you really want to go and give me a high five, I would suggest getting tickets as soon as possible. We're going to do another one off their brand new album, Waving from a Sea. This is Gridlock, Just the Sky on TreeTown Sound.
chin. You came into focus in my eyes. You focused in my eyes. And before I heard your voice, it sounded different in my mind. It was different in my mind. Yeah, we found each other separated in pieces at a time. In pieces at a time. And it's really been a pleasure just to walk with you, to drive into the valley in the afternoon. With grid light for miles and miles to go. But what is there to bring back? Oh yeah, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I took a late night and I flight to hold you. I fall asleep under the sun. Sleep under the sun. And I was warm with you right there beside me. But we were melting in the dawn. We were melting in the dawn. And if I didn't sing so much about dying, you said I'd be more fun. You said I'd be more fun. So take a picture, post and hide someday. When you finally found someone. When you finally found someone who can really feel the pleasure. Just to walk with you, to drive into the valley in the afternoon. With grid light for miles and miles to go. What is there to bring back? Honey, I don't know. I don't know.
I just love those bass frequencies, a shift from the past, and I'm loving it. That was Gridlock, Just the Sky, off the new album from the Michigan Rattlers, Waving from a Sea. I have the whole band live in studio today. We're going to go to quick break. When we come back, the Michigan Rattlers will be performing in studio live to support their show at the Blind Pig on March 29th. But before we go, I got to give a shout out to my sponsors. As always, the Bank of Ann Arbor and Sonic Lunch every Thursday. Beautiful downtown Ann Arbor, Michigan, and Liberty Plaza. Also, Orion Automotive Services. They've been loving cars since 1994, providing automobile maintenance and repair services for European, domestic, and Asian vehicles. You obviously made a big investment on your car. You got to take care of it. Go see Rich at Orion. And if you're having car problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but Rich ain't one. Go see Rich at Orion, conveniently located on Parkland Plaza, right off Jackson Road, across from the BMW dealership, OrionA2.com. When we come back from this break, Michigan Rattlers, once again, live in studio.
Let's see, something different for dinner. Searching restaurants near me. Right here, ma'am. How can we help?
Gee, same old, same old.
Wait, we're right here. Ma'am, our restaurant's just a few blocks from you. Why is she not seeing us?
Back to the usual, I guess.
Ma'am, can you not see us?
Nope, they can't see you because you're buried deep in the list of local restaurants. You are invisible online. Introducing Cumulus Boost. Get a boost, get found, get on the map. Learn more at cumulusboost.com.
The best St. Patrick's Day party is at Grand River Brewery. Doors open at 9 a.m. for kegs and eggs brunch. Dig into corned beef and cabbage, shepherd's pie, and other classic Irish fare from our chefs with live music and drink specials all day. Seasonal release of freckled face hustler Irish red ale. Join them in Jackson, Brighton, and Clawson. More info at grandriverbrewery.com. Grand River Brewery, farm to table, grain to glass.
Hey, I'm Scott Vertical. Thanks for joining us on the stream. Keep streaming every morning from 6 till 10 because there's always somebody from the community stopping by. Get ready for the weekend Friday mornings when we explore life in Ann Arbor with Amy Carbo from Destination Ann Arbor. She's got all the inside info you're going to need to plan your weekend and beyond. Plus news, traffic, weather, sports, and all your favorite music to get your day started when you keep streaming using your smart speaker, favorite radio app, or at AnnArbors1071.com.
Michael Rosenbaum and his Smallville co-stars take you behind the scenes of one of the greatest shows of all time.
Talkville.
I just had a flashback.
Tom Welling's here.
We're going to do a podcast
Throughout the year, we've got a lot of season ahead of us.
It's big talk.
This is good fan stuff.
Yeah, there was some good stuff.
The show, this is good stuff.
Yeah. On Smallville.
Yeah.
They made it like this is the first time they've seen the guy ball.
That's hard.
I thought it was pretty
dark.
It's Talkville.
We're pumped.
The Smallville Rewatch Podcast.
You got to be a part of it.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
A Better Life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
There are a lot of things you can do to live a longer, healthier, happier life. Some of them, like eating better, getting more sleep, more exercise, I know they can be tough. Others, like practicing gratitude, not so much. Before you write this off as some nutty, crunchy suggestion, you should know that finding ways to be thankful each and every day doesn't just feel good. It is good for your health. Now, one of the easiest ways to do this is with a gratitude journal. All you got to do is open it up, jot down a few things that make you smile. Another option is something called Roses, Thorns, and Buds. This one works really well over a family dinner. What you do is you go around the table and you each say one positive thing and one negative thing about your day. And then you also say one thing that you're looking forward to. It's going to make you feel good. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, helping you live a better life.
Local music, TreeTown Sound on Ann Arbor's 1071.
It's a dream day I waited for so long. I was a world away, but all roads lead back home. Should lightning strike, these wheels of mine were made to roll. The thunder makes me feel like I've never made a sound at all. Then an east wind slams the door shut, FaceTime in my hand. A tear falls from your nose, it's pain I can't stand. Summer comes raging, heat through the screen, pulls you close to everything. Now the windows are painted shut, then you're stretched out on the lawn, soaking it up before it's going, gone. They traded your youth for a partner in crime, quenched in the straits, our ties that bind. Then an east wind slams the
I'm not sure if it's my personal favorite on the album, but I definitely love it. And maybe it is. I'll just say it is. It's Geranium Day by the Michigan Rattlers off Waving from a Sea. Did you do a fist pump when I said it was my favorite?
Yeah.
You did?
It's
Oh,
great.
that's cool. Did you write that song?
I did, yeah.
You write most of the songs, right?
I do.
So, I mean, I guess no matter what Michigan Rattler song I pick, you're going to be excited if it's my favorite from one way or another.
I think so, yeah.
Nice. I'm talking to Graham Young right now and Adam Reed, the founders of the Michigan Rattlers. Don't worry, Christian and Tony are here in case they break anything. They can clean it up because that's what drums and keys does for bands. So, brand new album, kind of, playing the Blind Pig on March 29th. We are going to be performing live in studio, which is awesome. You know, when I know a band is just coming off tour and they're coming to play completely exhausted, these are the shows. These are the shows I want because you're feeling good. You had really successful shows. Is your voice blown out?
No, it feels pretty good. There was a little sickness that went around the group about a week and a half ago, and so there were the few Texas shows that we did. My voice was pretty rough, but I'm on the other side of it.
Nice. You're nature vaccinated and good to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, awesome. That works for us. You can't get flu twice in the same week, as they say.
Yeah, no, so we're good.
No, that's really cool. You got the Blind Pig show, and then you're playing Grand Rapids, doing a show in Kentucky, home for a week, and then it's back on the road again.
Yeah, back on the road for about a little over a month, and mostly out east and down south.
No, that's awesome. Because when you said you were touring out west, my first thought was it's the worst driving 8 hours to every show. There's no good way to book the West Coast unless you're in a tour bus sleeping at night while someone else drives. East Coast, I mean, you're talking 2 hours, 3-hour hits. Show in New York City, Boston, like that whole.
Yep, yeah, all the big ones.
Oh, that's fun. Are you excited to get to the city?
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's been a couple years since we've hit a lot of those major markets on the East Coast. So
where is the spot? Like, where's the place that you want to play? You're like, oh boy, here it is. Not counting Red Rocks because that's too. I mean, everyone.
Like you mean where?
Like city, like.
Yeah, Chicago is always amazing.
Do you feel pressure from one city more than another? Like,
no.
Like New York City feels the same as Cleveland.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I think, yeah. For the most part, I mean, I think people are people, and yeah, I mean, it's just the show is a show.
Yeah, I guess
with the exception of the entire state of Florida.
Yeah, of course.
We'll see you soon.
But you're 10 years into it now, so you're kind of desensitized to that, right? You just go and play your shows, drive across the country, do your best, and then move on to the next one? Or is it like you get to a city and you're like all Chicago for a day or all Atlanta for a day?
No, I think we just got to play. I mean, and especially, I guess it just depends too with traveling. It's like, especially this last run, there were not a lot of days off. So it was literally rolling to the venue, set up and sound check for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Find some place to eat really quick, go back to the venue, play the show.
What was the worst drive?
Phoenix to working our way from Phoenix to Austin.
Phoenix to Austin?
We split it up.
That seems pretty far.
That was a long drive. I think to me, I think one of the worst one was maybe Chicago to Minneapolis, because that wasn't super long, but we had to wake up. We had to play. They were both show days.
Whoa!
It was right at the beginning of the tour, so it was kind of like revving everything back up.
Yeah,
and it was like 4 shows in a row, and it was just the end of that Minneapolis show was like,
who drove the first leg?
We need to go to sleep now. Christian.
Nice, good work, Christian.
Denver to Wyoming too.
Denver to Wyoming.
We woke up to a foot of snow.
Yeah, we had to dig the van out a little bit.
And we had to leave at 6 too.
The reason why I brought this up is because listeners, if you're out there and you want to support live musicians, I mean, this is the part of the story that no one ever really knows. And this is why you need to buy their merch and support them as much as possible. Streaming only goes so far. You got to go to the shows. Even if you don't want to go to the Michigan Rattlers show, buy a ticket for it and don't go. Yeah, that's fine.
You can do that.
Do it in other cities that you're not around.
Yeah.
Kentucky, you name it. They're playing in Kentucky that same run. Buy a ticket from the Kentucky show.
Yeah,
Don't be scared.
Just double up.
Yeah, double up. Buy some merch. You have plenty of merch for sale.
Yeah, tons.
Is there a place that people can just donate if they want to give you like a couple grand?
Yeah, Venmo, Michigan Rattlers.
All right, Venmo, Michigan Rattlers. This is how we do it. If you're loving this interview and you want to buy him dinner, Venmo the Michigan Rattlers. I mean, you tip your coffee person. Don't be afraid to tip your band. You heard it first here on TreeTownSound. And you can support them, most importantly, on March 29th, Blind Pig. And it's not an all-ages show, I don't believe. It's 18 and up.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it's all ages.
Probably 18 and up, but it's totally safe to bring grandma because the Michigan Rattlers are a family band.
Oh, yeah, we love grandmothers.
Yeah, grandmas are... remember when you used to do grandmas get in free? Do you still do that? No.
No. Although we did just win an award in Grand Rapids, and my grandmother went down to accept the award for us.
Was it the Jammies?
The Jammies, yeah.
Oh, wow, that's cool. I followed the winners of the Jammies so hard for this show because they tip me on so many bands I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I'm talking to Graham Young and Adam Reed from the Michigan Rattlers. So we're going to do 2 songs live in studio. You want to do one of those?
Yeah, let me get the guitar.
All right. Adam, are you playing too?
I brought a bass.
All right. You going to play your bass? Christian, you want to hop on the mic?
Hop on the mic?
Yeah, don't be scared. No, you need to talk into the mic. Oh, he's videotaping. All right, so I have the Michigan. I'm going to do my little bit while they tune up. We'll have Christian talk if he wants to, but the Michigan Rattlers will be performing on March 29th at the Blind Pig. If you have not heard, their brand new album, Waving from a Sea, was released on August 29th, and it's a banger. And you can see them live at the Blind Pig. We're going to do 2 songs live in studio. Do you know which one we're doing first, Christian?
I believe we're doing Heaven first.
Nice, and this was the really cool music video where you're all wearing white suits and
have you ever
had a Bruce Almighty feel?
I was going to go with, are you familiar with the Millennium era from the Backstreet Boys, you know?
Oh, yeah. So Bruce Almighty was just more of a dig and the Backstreet Boys is the way to go.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think Tony's a huge Bruce Almighty fan.
Oh, yeah.
He's been quoted a couple times saying that's one of his top 5 Desert Island films.
Huh. Oh, that's really cool. All right, Graham's back on the mic, and Adam's not singing, so he's kind of irrelevant.
Oh, no, he'll sing. He'll chime in.
Okay, good.
Let's see. I don't know what the best practice is for...
I'll control your volume, Mike. I hear that great.
You know what?
Let's see. Is there any volume, Reed?
My cable's dead. I'm just going to sing.
All right.
I'm just going to sing.
All right, cool.
We're going to do Graham solo and Adam as a backup dancer and singing.
He's got some moves for radio.
So we're going to do Heaven first. You want to intro us or anything special?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think this song was kind of one of the touchstones of the record of just being kind of one of the themes I think about trying to be in the moment and not get too far ahead of yourself and yeah, heaven is a little place right here on earth. So wrap up, honey. You're wrapped up now. What we thought was coming, oh, it's been here for a while. And whatever you suggest is alright with me. It's because of you that everything's in reach. That everything's in reach. And last night we walked all along the sand. I'd been there before when I was a kid. And it's always been a dream, something you wanted so bad. Well, just breathe a little deeper. Yeah, you got it in your hands. And I feel so lost inside a day when I know now that it's going away. And it feels like
nothing's ever gonna come again. Nothing's gonna come, and I feel so lost inside a day when I know now that it's going away, and it feels like nothing's ever gonna come again. Nothing's ever gonna come again. And the day is breaking. It's closer than it ever has before. And the day is waking. And it's throwing light across the floor. But again we miss the morning. Oh, I spent it in your arms. And someday darkness will come to take away our form. But the softness of your cheek and the rose of those lips, oh, the beauty of a life as close to heaven as I'll get. It's the heaven, and I feel so lost inside a day when I know now that it's going away, and it feels like nothing's ever gonna come again. Nothing's gonna come, and I feel so lost inside a day when I know now that it's going away, and it feels like nothing's ever gonna come again. Nothing's ever gonna come again. Yeah, nothing's ever gonna come again. Oh, nothing. 'Cause we were arm in arm in the 11th, and we had cocktails on the street. And with that familiar urge to cry, I said, baby, get those tears out of your eyes. 'Cause it's just you and me tonight. There's nowhere else to be tonight. There's nowhere else to be tonight. There's nowhere else to be tonight. Oh.
Just absolutely incredible. The Michigan Rattlers live in studio. That was Heaven off their brand new album, Waving from a Sea. First, I mean, Adam, you sounded great. You have a much better singing voice than I thought. Graham usually just drowns you out so much I don't even notice.
Turn his mic up a little bit.
Yeah, seriously. Maybe that was it. Turn his mic up a little bit. Graham, your voice is just really special.
Oh, thanks.
Like, as soon as you started singing, it's like instant chills, instantly realize why you're standing before me. I mean, man,
yeah, sure.
The tone of your voice, I mean, you could probably voice over podcasts and crush that, or some Netflix special, like documentaries, man, you would kill me.
No, I got to get an agent. I got to get a voiceover agent or something.
You literally could. I mean, seriously, that would be easy. I'm going to have you do some sound bites for this radio show before you leave.
Let's do it.
It's really just incredible.
Thanks.
Like, it's unique. And you have a way of, like, pronunciating in your singing voice that is, I don't know. I can tell what's going on in your head by the way you're singing it. Like, I feel like you could sing different things at different times. I know it's like, well, that's about this and this is about this. I don't know. You're very expressive in your vulnerability in your voice. And, man, it's just incredible. I'm talking to the Michigan Rattlers live in studio that blessed me today by coming in and visiting my radio show after doing like 20 dates on the West Coast. They come back to Ann Arbor, and they're headed up north before they go on the road again. But you can catch this incredible band March 29th at the Blind Pig. The show's going to sell out. This band's going to be famous. And for all those like cool uncles you have that are like, I saw Dave Matthews at the Blind Pig. Well, guess what? Maybe you can be the one who said you saw the Michigan Rattlers at the Blind Pig. So don't be scared. It's okay to go out and see live music. I know everything's expensive right now, but if you're complaining about how expensive art is, start complaining about how expensive food is and support the arts. I mean, and Graham, I'm just absolutely blown away by the new album and the success from the band. I hate saying it, but I knew it.
Yeah.
I literally knew it. Your voice is just Don't ever let someone talk you into going on The Voice. And besides that, we'll be good. You're like, I am The Voice. Adam's still trying to get his cord to work. It's good.
I got it to work.
You get it.
Fix all these knobs. It's like 6 knobs.
Oh, yeah. I mean, thank God you're not a drummer.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's way too many.
Oh, that sounded great. So we're going to do You making fun of me? No, you're just having fun. You can make fun of me. That's completely legal on this radio show, and it is St. Patrick's Day Eve.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So
forgot about that.
Yeah, it's a day.
Yeah,
it's just a day here in Ann Arbor. All right, so we're gonna do Feel for Love.
Yeah, let's try
Not Fool for love. Feel for Love.
Feel for love.
And what do you feel for love?
You know, it's it can be a great thing until it goes bad, and then.
Is this kind of a sad song for you?
No, this is kind of from the perspective of feeling kind of maybe stuck in a situation, but then all of a sudden realizing that, wait, maybe I can pull myself out of this and move on with my life, and I don't have to be a prisoner to.
I love feel for love.
Yeah,
it just sounds awesome.
I know, it's great.
It's like how many times do people try to use love with something? Like feel for love.
Yeah,
it's like it's too simple to have you do it. Like it's like it seems like it should have been done 100 times.
Well, it's funny too because I think that "Feel for Love" there was a verse or a stanza in the song that ended up getting cut.
No way.
So "Feel for Love" that term is never even in the song, but it just like I kind of still liked it. So the title.
Great way to honor it. Yeah, that's really cool. All right, this is the Michigan Rattlers doing another one live in studio off their brand new album, Waving from a Sea. You can see them live Saturday, March 29th at the Blind Pig. This song's called Tuning. It is not on Evergreen, but it is available on every one of their live shows.
Yeah. All right, let's try this one.
Blinking, I woke up reaching for my phone. Inside a morning dark and slow, always reminded I'm alone. And hoping there'd be a message on the screen. Or could it all have been a dream, just a made up memory sewn into my seams? And outside, the world hadn't skipped a beat that I expected to meet me down here alone. Oh, the night goes slow with your ghost. Oh, dip at the waist, a private joke. Oh, but you know I can't do that no more. You know I can't do that no more. I can't do that. You know I can't do that no more. Been watching you give yourself to someone else on a weekend trip up to the Dells. Story shows what you won't tell. And dying, your hair a different shade. Next thing you know, you'll change your name to someone else you replaced. Oh, night goes slow with your ghost. Oh, dip at the waist, a private joke. Oh, but you know I can't do that no more. You know I can't do that no more. You know I can't do that. You know I can't do that. can't deny no more, no.
There we go.
Sadly, I stopped recording on my phone when you went into the bass solo, but I got most of this song. That was Michigan Rattlers live in studio with another brand new song off their album Waving from a Sea. That is Feel for Love. Yeah, I love all these songs, and I'm just in love with Graham's voice, too. I can't say enough great things about it. If you want to go out and get rocked, I know the place to be, and that's March 29th at the Blind Pig. It's just to the top for this band. I really hope you guys can be the road warriors you need to be to get to the top, because as you know, you're going to earn it.
Yeah, we are earning it, you know?
No sleep for the wicked.
Nope.
No. And I'm going to drink it two-hearted tonight in honor of Illinois Skies, and I look forward to seeing you on March 29th. I'm going to see you in 2 weeks.
Can't wait. Yeah, it's coming up.
It's a party, and I'll be on all your other shows in Michigan, too. I've heard rumors of some big ones, so that's really exciting. All right, boys, I guess that's a wrap. We're going to take a quick break, though, and when we come back, we're going to be hearing one of, we should have time, one of the Michigan Rattlers' favorite Michigan bands. If not, then I'll play something they hate, and you just think they love it. Regardless, you're listening to TreeTownSound, so who knows?
Every week, join host Carmel Holt for Shero's Radio. Every week, she'll amplify female voices in music across genres and generations. The playlist and interviews celebrate the trailblazers and the visionaries. Saturday mornings at 8 on 107.1.
No Contest Wrestling. O'Shea Jackson Jr. and TJ Jefferson with the biggest names in the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, X-Pac.
Getting suspended in school, that's the number one thing people, when they meet me, they tell me.
I got detention.
Yeah, everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, Liv Morgan.
I couldn't believe that was my time. I was so grateful.
Talking about living dreams. No pun intended, TJ. Relax.
I rarely do these anymore, but I was really looking forward to this.
The No Contest Wrestling Podcast, part of the Rich Eisen Podcast Network. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Ever wonder why your business doesn't show up on online search maps, but your competitors do? It's hundreds of things. Things that Cumulus Boost can identify and fix. And that's how we boost your findability. CumulusBoost.com. CUMULUS Boost.com.
Expert entrepreneur Ed Milet is on a mission to max out your life.
So many of you have dreams in your life and you don't go touch them. You've got to begin to touch your dreams.
It's time to get laser focused on peak performance.
I'm going to give you very unique habits that I do on a daily basis. Say no more. Have deadlines in your life. Go to work.
And become the best version of you.
Take a day and serve that mission.
The Ed Milet Show.
Max out.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
A Better Life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
Strokes are something that I see just about every week in my practice as a trauma neurosurgeon. Any kind of brain bleed is scary stuff, not to mention that stroke is a leading cause of death in the United States and around the world. Now, there's lots of things you can do to lower your risk of having a stroke, but according to this new study out of Ireland that collected data from 142 centers in 32 countries, there are 3 risk factors in particular that'll put you at increased risk for severe stroke. They are high blood pressure, smoking, and atrial fibrillation, or AFib. In other words, if you have any of these risk factors, you really do need to take them seriously. Also, remember the acronym FAST, F-A-S-T, to spot the warning signs of a stroke: face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty, time to call 911. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, helping you live a better life.
Michael Rosenbaum and his Small Bill co-stars take you behind the scenes of one of the greatest shows of all time.
Talkville.
I just had a flashback.
Tom Willing's here.
We're going to do a podcast
Throughout the year, we've got a lot of season ahead of us.
It's big talk.
This is good fan stuff.
Yeah, there was some good stuff.
If you're watching the show, this is good stuff.
Yeah. On Smallville.
Yeah.
They made it like this is the first time they've seen the guy ball.
That's hard.
I thought it was pretty
fun. Dark.
It's Talkville.
We're pumped.
The Smallville Rewatch Podcast.
You got to be a part of it.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
This is TreeTownSound on Ann Arbor's 107.1.
Well, if you're a dedicated fan of this radio show, then you know if I talk before the last song, that means I have no time left. Big shout out to the Michigan Rattlers for making time to come in studio here. It absolutely means the world to me. These guys were just driving from Phoenix to LA or wherever, all over the country. They got off their West Coast tour, stopped in here, and they're home for a week before they head out again. So that means the world to me. Go support Michigan music. Go see them on the 29th. Next Saturday, no, not this Saturday, but the next Saturday, March 29th, before the show sells out. These guys love Michigan music. I was like, what are some of your favorite Michigan bands? And we talked about My Dear Disco. Yes, you know My Dear Disco because Theo Katzman and Joey Dosick are now in Wolfpack. There was a time where they just ruled in Michigan, and so many musicians grew up loving them. Joe Dart, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, we're going to close out with a classic featuring Ann Arbor's very own Tyler Duncan on Eularium pipes, with the bagpipes you use like you're making fart noises with your armpits. So, yeah, we're going to close out with that. This is My Dear Disco with Clubbing. Up next, Mark Copeland with Under the Radar Radio.